colleagues. My name is Senator B.K. Amos. I'm the senator representing the good people of Gombe South. Yes, we've been talking about the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. So much has been said about this, and this story has been at the front burner in the last 2 decades. We have been talking about the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. What do we do about it? So many stories, so many theories has come. What I want to say about the proliferation of small arms is that the problem we have as a country is not the issue that we don't have sufficient legislation to back this problem. What we have is the will. We don't have the willpower to actually take actions where the need arises. A very good example is that we are all here in this country. So many people, so many weapons have been arrested at the Tinkan Island port, and till today, nobody can categorically tell us here what has happened or what was the outcome of all those events that were arrested. It has always been stories and stories and stories. The truth is this: we know all the gun runners that are in this country. The only thing is that those that are saddled with that responsibility to actually take actions are not doing what they are expected to do. Rather, they convert that avenue for money making. People take advantage of that and make big money out of it. And nobody is saying anything. We will only be doing a lip service here when we sit down here and be talking about proliferation of arms. Well, we know exactly where the problem is. It's either we are sincere as a nation, we're ready to take actions and fish out the bad eggs amongst us, or we will sit down here and be talking about theories and theories and theories, and it will not give us the desired result. We know what is happening. We know the truth, but nobody is ready to say anything about it. If we are of the opinion that, okay, this proliferation of small arms and light weapons is coming from the armed forces and the police, every weapon you pick, whether it's a pistol, whatever name you want to call it, they have a serial number. Why can't we number this? We identify each weapon service-wise. Weapons that are coming from the Army, that are coming from the Navy, that are coming from the Air Force, are coming from the police, and every other security agency. We serialize these weapons. Any day you catch an armed robber, a kidnapper, with any of these weapons, we know exactly from what source it's coming from. We can as well take the appropriate actions. But if we sit down here and we keep talking about this, I've been hearing about this proliferation of small arms for the last 20 years. Till date, no stories. It has always ends here. So we cannot sit down here and be talking about this. If we need to take action, then there's need for us to take action as a people and solve this problem, or else this menace will continue to remain with us and will continue to pay the price. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Ishiaku Abo. I present Adamawa North in the body of the Nigerian Senate. This bill, Mr. President, I can say it's even a bit late, not only timely. Okay. Recall, a few years back, the President, Muhammadu Buhari, in his wisdom, set up a presidential task force on these light weapons. And if I can remember properly, almost every local government in Nigeria have an office. A few days ago, I received a letter as a senator from the task force there in Adamawa State in Mubi, calling me for a meeting to see how I can support them. It is already a very big problem for government, light arms everywhere. Some of these light arms, of course, this country have nearly 4,500 illegal entry borders, porous borders. Some of these light weapons are coming into our country through these borders. Some also are coming from our security forces. I remember vividly some of our servicemen who felt they have seen enough in their war against Boko Haram, they abandoned the job, removed their uniforms, they want to go back and reunite with their families and then sell their rifles out. It has been happening. Mr. President, this bill is timely. A lot of work needs to be done to mop up these illegal firearms. And also, those that should own it should be well documented so that you don't disarm a man who wants to protect his family and he will not take a weapon from the criminal, but you take away my own weapon, then the armed robber have his own. If he come, I cannot defend myself. So we have to look at this so that when we come, it should also be about documenting these illegal weapons that is all over the country. And I just want to add my voice to say that this bill is timely, and I support this bill that is proposed by distinguished Senator and brother Senator Smart Adeyemi. I so add my voice.
So Gabriel Suswam, Benue Northeast. Mr. President, I rise to support this very important motion for several reasons. Anything, Mr. President, that we will do in these chambers as legislators to support the government of the Federal Republic in enhancing the security architecture of this country, Mr. President, we should not hesitate in doing that. What Senator Musa has brought here is for us as legislators to legislate and legalize an institution that we train properly the Security and Civil Defense Corps members. Mr. President, you agree with me that within the short period that this corps had existed, Mr. President, they have shown beyond reasonable doubt that it is a paramilitary force that should be reckoned with, should be encouraged. And so, Mr. President, we don't need to talk too much about this institution. My only problem is that such an institution should be established in Benue and not in Niger, because we are more central than Niger. So if we have people coming from across, they will access Benue easier than accessing this forest. Otherwise, Mr. President, Sani has done a good job. The bill here also has a financial implication. So this bill is complete. A bill that has come with financial implication. And what I've seen here is not much. 1,126 million naira. It's not much. I think this is something that the federal government can afford. For us to be able to encourage our security agencies.
Distinguished Senator Sani Musa, please allow Senator Geshambasi to do his work.
Yeah, Mr. President, like I was saying, I urge all my colleagues to support this very important motion so that the civil defense will now have an institution where they are properly trained. As it is now, they are being trained by the police and the military. Let them have an institution on their own where they will be trained properly for them to carry out their civil responsibility. Mr. President, I so submit.
Senator Anna Yorocha.
This is one of such good bills, given the growing concern about insecurity in our nation. And one of the challenges we have is training. These security operatives, most of them are not well trained because we didn't have enough institutions to train them. And Mr. President, when we talked about community policing, civil defense is a very good institution for community policing. And so training them will be an added advantage to our pursuit for this insecurity in Nigeria. But Mr. President, I would advise that this bill, like Sani has made, should not just be located only in every region, in Patagori, which is very strategic, Patagori, but also see how we can spread it such that we can train more officers to handle this. Because my concern, as always, is not the insecurity we have today. We see as bad as it is. My worry is about the insecurity in the future. So we must start preparing for the dangers ahead, given the challenge we're having. And some of these young men who are the miscreants are very smart nowadays. They are well trained.
Only yesterday, I don't know if you saw it, Mr. President, if you saw the video making round, which the police, the PRO, addressed the nation on, where a young man had two number AK-47 using the seat of a motorbike, hiding that under the motorbike of the seat and sat on it. Who would have imagined that a seat of motorbike can become a place to hide two AK-47, which has capacity to destroy 300 lives? Now, this young man, looking tattered, wretched, has this wisdom. So we must say so many institutions, like this one you're talking about, to address issues of intelligence gathering. So I support Senator Sani Musa for thinking this. But next time, Senator Sani Musa, what is good for Niger State is also good for Imo State. So always include that. Thank you, Mr. President.